Okay, so this time around, we're diving into the world of glamping.
Glamping.
Yeah, it's like camping, but way more, glamorous.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Right. So picture this. You're surrounded by nature, breathing in that fresh air, but instead of wrestling a sleeping bag, you're relaxing in like a luxury tent or a yurt, maybe even with a hot tub.
Okay, now you're just showing off. But seriously, that does sound pretty appealing. A little bit of wilderness with its side of comfort. I'm in.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, we're taking a closer look at a place called Glampful in the Adirondack Mountains. Ever been?
I haven't, but I've heard great things. The Adirondacks are known for their stunning natural beauty, right? Tons of hiking trails, pristine lakes, those gorgeous fall colors.
Oh, absolutely. And get this, there are over 2,000 miles of hiking trails in the Adirondacks.
Whoa, 2,000. That's a lot of ground to cover.
Right. So we're talking everything from leisurely strolls to hardcore treks. Have you ever heard of the Northville Placid Trail?
The Northville Placid Trail, let me see. Yeah, that rings a bell. It's like a really long one, right?
Yeah, 138 mile.
138 miles. Wow.
Yep.
That's for serious hikers only. I'm more of a walk around the lake and take some pictures kind of hiker myself.
Well, the Adirondacks have something for everyone. But what's cool about Glampful is they're tapping into this whole idea of experiencing nature without having to rough it.
Right, because not all of us are cut out for sleeping on the cold, hard ground and battling mosquitoes all night.
Definitely not me. So instead of pitching a tent and hoping for the best, Glampful is promising things like boutique hotel amenities.
Okay, hold on. Boutique hotel amenities.
Yeah.
In the middle of the Adirondacks. I need detail. Wait. Electricity, as in I can charge my phone and maybe even power up my laptop. I don't know. I'm torn. Part of me loves the idea of disconnecting, being completely off the grid, surrounded by nature. But then again, a hot shower and a comfortable bed after a long day of hiking do sound pretty tempting.
And you know what else is interesting? Glampful isn't just plopping you down in a fancy tent and saying good luck. They have their own network of marked hiking trails right on the property.
Oh, really? So you don't even have to venture far to experience the beauty of the Adirondacks.
Exactly. They mention trails winding through forests, alongside streams, and even past a beaver pond.
A beaver pond. Now, that's something you don't see every day. Okay, I'm getting more and more curious about this Glampful place.
Me too. And speaking of cool things to see, they also highlight this place called Great Sacandaga Lake. Ever heard of it?
Great Sacandaga Lake. That sounds vaguely familiar. Refresh my memory.
So it's this massive lake, over 40 square miles, dotted with islands, and known for its fishing.
Fishing. Okay, you had me at hot shower, but now you're talking about fishing. This is starting to sound like my kind of vacation spot.
So we've got luxury tents, hiking trails, a massive lake full of fish. It's like they've taken all the best parts of the Adirondacks and wrapped them up in this perfect little glamping package.
It's pretty clever, right? They're tapping into this whole trend of glamping, which, by the way, is a surprisingly recent term.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Yeah, the term glamping actually first appeared in the UK back in 2005.
No way. I would have thought it was something much older.
Me too.
Yeah.
But it really took off in the mid-2010s, and now it's everywhere.
And for good reason, right? It's like the best of both worlds. You get to experience nature without totally giving up on comfort.
Exactly. It's like that perfect middle ground for people who, love the idea of camping, but maybe don't love the reality quite as much.
The bugs, the sleeping bags, the lack of indoor plumbing.
All of the above. But with glamping, you can still enjoy the peace and quiet of nature, the fresh air, the stars at night. But then you get to come back to a cozy bed and hopefully a hot shower.
Speaking of knowing your way around, I noticed that Glampful provides guests with maps and guides to the area.
Oh, that's smart. Makes it super accessible for people who might not be, expert hikers or campers.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of everything.
Which is a huge part of the appeal, right?
Yeah.
Especially for those of us who aren't exactly survival experts. It's like they've done all the planning and prepping for you so you can just show up and enjoy the experience.
Yeah, like here's your itinerary, your map, and your fully stocked outdoor kitchen. Now go have fun.
And don't forget those boutique hotel amenities we talked about.
Right. Imagine coming back from a long hike and you're greeted with like a roaring fireplace and a plate of gourmet s'mores.
Okay, now you're just making things up. But I get your point. It's about creating an experience that feels both luxurious and connected to nature.
It really does sound like they've found that sweet spot, a way to escape into the wilderness without actually, roughing it. Makes you wonder if this whole glamping thing is changing how we think about vacations in general.
Oh, totally. Like, remember when a vacation meant Fancy hotels, crowded beaches, maybe a tour bus or two.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But now it seems like people are craving something different, something more immersive, more connected to, well, something.
To nature.
Yeah, to nature, like a way to unplug from the digital world and reconnect with the real world.
It's like we're craving authentic experiences again.
Yeah.
And the more technology takes over our lives, the more we seem to crave the opposite.
And that's where places like Glampful come in, offering that perfect blend of escaping into nature but with a touch of comfort.
And what's really cool is how this trend is spilling over into other areas of travel. We're seeing all these unique accommodations popping up, yurts, tree houses, those vintage trailers turned into tiny homes.
Right, it's like everyone's looking for that Instagram-worthy, off-the-beaten-path experience.
Exactly. It's not just about the destination anymore. It's about the whole journey and the story you get to tell afterward.
So true. Well, I don't know about you, but this whole deep dive has me itching for a little adventure. And maybe a hot shower in a yurt wouldn't hurt either.
Here, here. And hey, you never know what hidden gems you might discover right in your own backyard.
That's a great point. So for all of you listening, maybe this inspires you to do a little exploring of your own. Whether it's glamping in the Adirondacks or finding a unique adventure closer to home, remember to get out there, embrace the unexpected, and enjoy the journey.